Hey guys, it's Cynthia.
And I'm Wes, and we've got an update.
Woo! On the Naomi Briner case, it was the local one in Madison about the lady who shot her 3 children. I believe it was 3 children, and then set herself and set the house on fire. Mm-hmm. Yep, we got an update. They reached out, a couple people that knew Danny, that was the father of the children, reached out. One was Jesse, that was his ex. They have a 16-year-old daughter together. They're still really close, still good friends. And the other one was Kimberly, her sister. So they reached out and messaged our page with an update for us to give.
So basically, there was an update in the case. I guess the prosecuting attorney, was it?
Closed it.
Went ahead and actually put out a final assessment of what actually happened, and they are saying that it was indeed Naomi who killed the children and burned the house down.
Murder-suicide.
On our episode, we had brought up different scenarios. Possibly it was her, possibly it was other people, or I think I even mentioned the Madison Correctional Facility. But it turns out it was indeed Naomi that did that. So thank you to Kimberly and Jesse for reaching out to us.
Thoughts and prayers to the family. They said the oldest daughter, the 16-year-old's having a rough time because that was her brother and sister she lost. And the dad, of course, has to be having a rough time.
Yeah.
So our thoughts and prayers are with them.
Definitely. I believe they said that you could reach out to the family, probably on Facebook or something like that. So we'll put down here in the text like a name, just a basic, the first and last name of the person, so you can contact them if you need to. They said it was okay to put that up there. So we'll put that out there. So just wanted to give you guys an update. This will be at the start of our episode Tuesday, and we'll also put it on all social media, and I'll even drop it on the website in the news section. So
again, I don't think, did they specify her reasoning to why?
No,
if it was mental health or anything.
We didn't hear a complete reason, but they let us know that the prosecuting attorney had made a ruling on it. So we went and looked it up and actually got that detail. They definitely did say it was her. So thank you again for messaging us, and our thoughts are with you guys. And I don't know how to even contemplate what you guys are going through. So
it's horrible.
So definitely thoughts with you guys. All right. Well, bye.
Bye.
This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised, as some cases contain graphic content. We mean no disrespect to anyone we discuss in this podcast except our exes. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. However, we will be expressing our personal opinions. Buckle up, Buttercup.
Hey guys, it's Cynthia.
And I'm Wes, and this is Love Luminol, a true crime podcast. Woo-hoo. And we're doing another one.
Yes, so if you're wondering why we're in the same clothes,
it's because we're dirty motherfuckers.
No, we're doing 2 episodes a night. So there you go.
We're trying to get ahead of the game because we missed a few, and we don't want to do that again. So we're doing some extra episodes so that we don't have to miss no more. It's all for you.
Good serenading there.
It's all for you.
Oh, Lord. But today we're going to discuss a local one.
Local?
Yep, David Camm.
Alrighty. How local?
Georgetown.
Georgetown.
We were just there yesterday. Yeah, yesterday.
Georgetown, Indiana?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you ready to get into this one?
Let's do it.
Let's go. We're back. Okay. Anything you wanted to discuss before we start this case?
No.
No news?
No.
Okay. You sure?
No.
He's like, nothing.
I don't know. I don't have no more news. Like,
I can't think
not
of
since the
anything.
last one we recorded 5 seconds ago.
Making sure we didn't forget anything. I think we covered it.
Everything's good. We'll go over the credits at the end like we always do, but that's about it.
Let's record
Still
that
haven't
over.
finished that book since the last time we talked to you 5 seconds ago.
Okay, let's go back. Alrighty. Dick. All right, David Camm, Georgetown, Indiana is where this crime occurred.
Mm-hmm.
He's born January 1st of 1964.
Okay.
And there's a picture of him.
Okay.
Don't look familiar or nothing?
No. Looks pretty normal, though. Let's see where this goes.
Let's see where this goes. Yeah, let's see where this is heading. His wife is Kimberly Camm, and she was 35 years old.
Okay.
And he had-
Uh-oh. I heard the word was.
Uh-huh. And he had 2 children.
Had.
Bradley,
Oh, shit.
7, and Jill, 5. And Jill-
Was and had.
I know you're already not liking this one. And Jill was born February 28th of 95. And there's a picture of the family. Bradley went by Brad.
Whoa. 95.
Yeah. Jill was born 95.
Okay.
I couldn't find his birth date, but he was 7, so he's 2 years older than his sister, so 93-ish.
Yeah.
And then Kim and David.
Alrighty.
So Kimberly Starr Wren, and Starr was her middle name, it's not a hyphen name,
Okay.
married David on May 13th of 1989. And this is a pretty grainy picture because I assume it's from a video VHS tape recording.
Yeah.
So it's a little rough looking, but you get the general idea.
There's people there. I get it.
There's a bride, there's a groom. It's like a Picasso painting.
It's an abstract.
Oh, no. But they moved to Edwardsville, Indiana. I don't even know where that is.
Hmm.
And he went through the training and became an Indiana State Trooper.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. You're loving it, aren't you? And there he is.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
So it begins. So early 1992, David met Stephanie McCarty, a young lady who worked at the Fitness Zone Health Club where he was a member.
Okay.
So you know where this is going. The relationship stayed platonic through the birth of Kim and David's son Bradley in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
However, after Stephanie broke up with her boyfriend, David made his move right away.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Not so platonic after all.
Nope. He never attempted to hide his affair. So he was just prancing her all around. He took her out to dinner, nightclubs, NASCAR races, and all kinds of places.
He's like, why don't you stop by the house, meet the wife?
Oh my God. While Kim was at home taking care of their infant son.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so
Nice
he's a
guy.
winner. He is a winner. I told you. You would not like him at all. When Kim got pregnant again, Stephanie broke it off with David.
Okay.
However, that didn't last long. Their affair started back up.
Wow.
When Kim suspected David was being unfaithful, so she started to catch on.
Suspected.
Everyone else knew because
Everybody
he
else?
took her everywhere.
Yeah.
But when she questioned him about it, he confessed his sins and told his 5-month pregnant wife that he wanted a divorce because he was in love with Stephanie.
Well.
Mm-hmm. Kim packed up her and Bradley and went to her parents' house. She said, fine, whatever. Next morning, she came back to her house and told David to get out.
Oh.
Like, you know what? That's my house.
He's like, on
Get your
second
Get
thought,
your ass out. Yeah.
last night I was thinking, why don't you get your ass out?
Uh-huh. And then poor little David called his mom to see if he can stay with her during the divorce.
Okay.
She said no. Obviously, I'm sure she heard the terms of this divorce, and she's like,
You
no.
did what you say? No.
Yep.
No. Sorry.
Nah. He went berserk and started destroying the kitchen while she was on the phone with him.
Damn.
So she called his fellow trooper friends for help, and they kept it under wraps that they went and had to. So they didn't document that they went to his house for a disturbance.
Of course
or
not.
like that. Yeah. David and Kim eventually got apartments. So they each got their own different apartments. David's family was disgusted and stayed by Kim. They stood on Kim's side.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
David, you were wrong in this, obviously.
Way to go.
Mm-hmm. When Jill was born, David's parents were there, but David was not.
Oh.
Yeah, so he missed the birth of Jill. His affair would end in March when Stephanie agreed to work it out with her ex. So after all this, she's like, oh, we're going to work it out. Peace, dude.
I decided to go back with my ex. You did what now?
Right? What, see all the hell I've been through?
I missed the birth of my child. And you're just like, on second thought. Wow. Way to go.
And yeah, he took it well, because when Stephanie told him, he held his service 9mm to his head and threatened to kill himself.
Well, alrighty then.
Yeah, and it took that far, didn't he?
Yeah.
Stephanie talked him, quote, off the ledge, and then she packed her stuff and left. She's like,
now
anyway,
that you're okay,
I'm still out.
I'm still out.
Yeah. A couple hours later, David called Kim and wanted to discuss a reconciliation.
Of course.
Pussy. I know.
I couldn't get the one I left you for and was cheating on you with. She decided she's going to leave me. So would you take me back?
Oh. But he managed to talk his way back in.
Of course.
Yep. But they bought a new house and moved to Lockhart Road in Georgetown.
Okay.
Lockhart Road. I said Lockhart Road. That was their house in Georgetown.
Okay.
Decent. And it felt like a new beginning. It seemed like he was making more time for Kim and the kids. However, he was still having affairs on the side. I told you you're going to love him. June in 1997, David was hooking up with an old friend, Michelle Voiles, in the back of his cruiser. We're calling you out, Michelle.
Michelle in the back of the cruiser.
But she cut it off once she found out he was married.
Oh, she didn't know?
Yeah. So TiVo's for you. You're good.
She just likes doing things
Men
in the back
uniform.
of a cruiser.
Yeah.
That's all.
You know. But by then, David was pursuing a Lisa Korfhage. Korfhage. Korfhage? I don't know how you pronounce it. A friend of the Camm's family, as well as her fiancé, Fireman. Oops. Hold on, I said that wrong. Fireman, fiancé. Fiancé, fireman.
I got it.
Oh,
so she knew he was married because they're family friends, but she's also engaged to somebody on
the fire department. Yep.
So the cop is cheating on his wife
with a fireman's
with
fiance.
a fireman's fiance. I heard the police and the firefighters have like a
battle.
They have beef. Like they don't like each other.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
I always see them working together on this.
Well, sometimes they have to work together for cases, but like the cops will be like, fucking the dirty firefighters and the firefighters, dirty cops.
Lisa married Peter Carter and the affair ended. So the fireman lady got married and ended her affair.
Okay.
And after some complaints of some roughing some suspects up during traffic stops, David was assigned to Caesars Riverboat Casino. So he was downgraded a little bit. After roughing up some suspects. You ran that stop sign, I'll beat you. It's like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. In September 1999, he bedded the wife of a friend and former state trooper in the backseat of a car being driven by one of David's fellow troopers.
Oh my God.
What the fuck are they doing? Oh my God.
Wow.
Blew your mind.
So he's
banging an ex-trooper's wife.
Banging an ex-trooper's wife in the back of the car while another trooper is driving. Wow. Okay.
Wow. I don't even...
I don't know.
Wow. They have fun on their shifts, sounds like.
Where was this again?
Georgetown.
Georgetown, Indiana. Way to go.
Way to go. You guys are doing it. Apparently all the time.
Doing it and doing it and doing it. Wow.
But he decided to go work for his uncle in sales.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't getting enough fun
No.
as a cop, I guess.
He put in a 3-month notice.
Wow. That's some good notice.
Mm-hmm. During one of his last shifts as a trooper, David met Emily Shepard. She was an exotic dancer from PT Show Club in Louisville, Kentucky.
Wow.
Yeah. She was pulled over on the interstate because her hood kept popping up and blocking her view.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So David fixed it and invited her back to his patrol car.
Now that I fixed your hood, you want to come back to my car?
Yeah.
And show me what's under your hood.
Oh, Lord. And, well, she did. Well, there was some kissing and touching occurred, but Emily wouldn't go further after David made the comment, quote, "I feel like I'm doing this with my daughter."
Oh.
Yeah. That gave her the creeps. I mean, which...
I mean,
give anybody the creeps.
That's how you set the mood.
Oh, my God. But he went to work at United Dynamics, Inc. with his uncle, and things seemed to be going up. Jill began complaining about pain in her pelvic region.
Okay.
That's the little girl. In the last conversation Kim would have with her friend, Marcy McLeod, she said, quote, "History is repeating itself," but she never explained further. So she just said, history is repeating itself. That's all she went into it. So on September 28th of 2000.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
Mm-hmm. Figured you would. David came home around 9:26 p.m. and found his wife and 2 children dead. Yeah, that's what you were suspecting, wasn't it?
Yep.
They were in the garage. Both children were shot in the back seat. Jill still had her seatbelt on, so she was buckled in. But Brad was shot trying to get out the door. He unbuckled and was trying to get out and was shot. The killer had Kim remove her pants and her shoes. And this is not a horrible picture, but it's a picture of the crime scene. Or a reenactment of it. So I'm not sure if that's a mannequin or if that's really her, but...
It doesn't look like a mannequin, but they may have reenacted, just had someone lay down or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
That's
it
hard
didn't
to
look
tell.
like it didn't look like the garage, and there was a blood trail supposed to be somewhere around there, so I don't know if that was just a reenactment or what. But that's how they found her. Outside the door, her pants and shoes are gone.
Okay.
An autopsy showed that Jill had been held down and sexually assaulted within the 24 hours before her death. So this happened before death. But there's a picture of an injury on Kim's foot.
Okay.
I can't tell what that is.
Oh, no. It looks like something was shoved into it really hard.
Or
pushed up
cigarette
against
burn?
it. No, it don't look like a burn. Well, maybe. I don't know.
It's hard to tell. Definitely something smashed her foot because she's got a bruise.
Yeah. Looks like something that has like a circular pattern to it, with pushed into it really hard and punctured through the skin.
Yeah. They were last seen leaving swim practice and heading home around 7 p.m. That's the last time anyone had ever seen them. Around the same time, David arrived at Georgetown Community Church to play basketball with 11 other people. So that was his alibi. He's at basketball. October 1st of 2000, David was arrested after investigator found a blood splatter on his T-shirt.
Oh.
There was 8 small stains interpreted as high-velocity splatter. So they circled all the little blood spots and stuff. Or smudges or whatever. I think the majority of them were down here. Then there's like cuts and stuff, nicks, but...
Yeah, you know what's kind of weird about that?
What?
Is most of them were wearing their seatbelt still, and the shirt says wearing my safety belt.
Uh-huh.
That's a little weird.
It is. Court was in Lebanon, Indiana. So they went up that way. I assume that's up, right?
I think so.
Yeah. But the prosecutor claim that David did it for the insurance money.
Okay.
He wanted cash. But Bill Clutter was a member of David's defense team, and he wanted to bring in an animated crime scene reconstruction that would kind of support their idea that David was innocent,
Okay.
that he couldn't have done this. Students from Indiana University actually helped the team do this animated reconstruction. They claimed the actual killer was Charles Boney. He's also known as the Shoe Bandit.
Okay.
Because he would steal the shoes of his victims. And Camm's shoes were gone. See?
All right.
Yeah, so kind of lined up. And he was released from prison a few weeks before the murders.
Okay.
He likes to hold women at gunpoint in Bloomington, Indiana, and he served 10 years for it. So that was the time he just got out for that 10-year sentence for that.
Okay.
And they were saying, as they reconstructed the scene, there was a palm print on the Bronco. I don't think they even tested it because they had like vision on he's done it.
Yeah.
So they didn't bother. But they're saying that this Charles guy braced his left hand on the outside of her Bronco, leaving the palm print as he knelt down, extending his right arm to shoot the children in the back seat. They're saying that's he's holding himself up.
But they didn't test this palm print. So,
No.
But they're just saying, there's a palm print over here. It's got to be this other guy that we have no evidence of being there.
Yeah. So they didn't even test it, but
There was another case we did where there was some palm print on a Bronco.
it has blood in it. That's a little different, I think.
Uh-huh.
But despite the back and forth and the descriptive animation, they still found David guilty of 195 years in prison. So I don't even know why just say life. I don't get why the numbers gotta matter at that point. Like he's gonna live to be 200.
Life ain't even that much. Life is a specific area too. Life is like...
Is it?
Yeah,
No
I don't
sense.
remember exactly what life constitutes, but life is a number. So evidently a life sentence depends on the state and also the crime. So it varies, but it's usually a fixed term, anywhere for it's 15, 25, or even 40 years, depending on the state and the crime. So it is a set time frame, and then after that time frame, they can become eligible for parole. So life does not mean
The rest
until
of their
you
life.
die.
Oh, now see, I always thought life meant until your natural life is over.
What
You're
they
in
give it is based on your natural life, but not necessarily when you die. Like it's like,
You could be
okay,
82.
let's say you're 40. They're like, okay, you're expected to live
Oh, that's why on some of those shows
Another
it ends with
30 years. So we're going to put you at 30-year life sentence. Like,
That's why on some of those shows it ends. They'll be like, he will be 79 years old when he's eligible for parole.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now. I was wondering why 195.
Yeah, 195, he's a guarantee. He
he's-
ain't getting out.
Yeah. Okay, now makes sense. And Catherine Leal represented David after his conviction because he wanted to fight this. And that's her right there.
Mm-hmm.
And her part, I think it was Leal and Nicholson.
Okay.
I think, don't quote me on that, but she's the lady there. He was arrested due to misidentified blood splatter pattern, is what they were saying.
Okay.
Yep. Because there it was him when they went to question him and then when he got arrested. There were stains on his shirt they claim was not high-velocity splatter. The crime scene tech who took the picture had no formal training or experience in blood stain analysis
Okay.
or patterns. They just took the picture.
Okay.
So, like, there's an example of a picture, the trail from the Bronco to
Mm-hmm.
one of the pictures he took.
But they're saying that the T-shirt that you showed earlier where they circled all those little spots, they're saying that's not high-velocity blood splatter?
No.
That's what they're trying to say?
Yes. And they say up here what they think it is. But the tech, Robert Stites, that's the one that took the picture, was sent to the crime scene by Rodney Englert, Englert, Englert,
Okay.
who was hired by Floyd County prosecutors as a bloodstain expert.
Okay.
But he sent this tech instead of going to the crime scene. He said, take some pictures for me.
Okay.
Some leading bloodstain experts in the country examined David's shirt. So they're like, we want second opinions.
Yeah.
All of them concluded that the 8 tiny droplets were transfer. They came from his daughter's hair while he was reaching over her to pull his son from the vehicle. Because I guess Bradley was still showing some signs of life when he got there.
Oh.
So he reached over Jill to pull him out, and that's where all those droplets came from, was her.
Okay.
So they're saying they were transfer, not high velocity. The expert used to convict David, Rodney Englert, was also involved in convicting another innocent person, Julie Ray. So he had another case where he used his evidence to convict somebody. Catherine contacted private investigator Bill Clutter in the June of 2000. That was on his defense team from his first trial. It was because her other client, Julie Ray, was under investigation by a special prosecutor, Edwin Parkinson. So she's like, you know some background in this. Let's get together.
Yeah.
That Edwin Parkinson was the same prosecutor who wrongfully charged Curtis Lovelace in Quincy, Illinois. So all these guys were like convicting supposedly innocent people.
Huh.
Yeah.
So there's a pattern.
Yes. Bill was investigating serial killer Tommy Lynn Sells for the 1986 murder of Dyke and Karen Rhodes in Paris, Illinois. And that led to 2 innocent men being framed for that murder. And they were Randy Steedle and Herb Whitlock.
Okay.
So he's already on a case where he was trying to get 2 guys out that were innocent. But he recognized the similarities in Julie's case. Knife from the kitchen of the victims was used in both cases. The times were identical. Both crime scenes occurred at 4 a.m. So he noticed that similarity between the two.
Yeah.
Since Julie was facing the death penalty, Catherine planned to hire Bill under a new reform called the Capital Litigation Trust Fund. That was enacted as one of the death penalty reforms. Bill suggested that suspect Tommy Lynn Sells, who targeted children after his release from prison in 1997, and that was the year Joel was murdered, was the actual killer. It's like the guy that just got out of prison for this stuff is the one who did it.
Yeah.
The bloodstain expert, Rodney Englert, was used to convict both Julie and David on his bloodstain patterns. So Bill was responsible for starting the Illinois Innocence Project in 2001.
Okay.
So here's him, a picture. He's in the middle, and then on the left is Ryan Ferguson, and then David's on the right there. Those are 2 people he helped prove innocent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His investigation led to 2 key witnesses who placed Sells in Lawrenceburg at the time of the murders, convincing Texas Ranger John Allen to sign an affidavit in support of Julie's petition to overturn her conviction. So a Texas Ranger wrote in and said, you can let her go. She didn't do it.
Damn.
And she was freed from prison and received a certificate of innocence. A certificate. I feel like she'd be owed some money.
Certificate.
Here's your ribbon that says you're innocent. I'm like, where's my $1 million?
Congratulations. Here's the paper.
I'm like, what?
You get a certificate.
That's insane to me. But on June 2nd, 2003, the ethics complaint with American Academy of Forensic Science was lodged against Rodney Englert by a number of other bloodstain experts, alleging that he was misrepresenting his education, training, and experience.
Wow. Okay.
So all the other bloodstain guys were like, "That's no.
This guy's
Give us a bad
not
name."
legit.
Yep. He's like, nope. This prompted Englert to sue them for slander.
Oh, shit.
Pissing contest at this point. Those who signed complaints included Herb McDonnell, Stuart James, Terry Labor, and Bart Epstein. So those were the bloodstain experts. Herb McDonnell established the professions of bloodstain pattern experts in 1971 with the publication of his book. So he's the guy that originally started the whole profession. Like,
And that guy says this guy ain't on
yeah,
this shit.
the guy that even came up with blood pattern analysis text.
He's like, I invented this shit, and you, sir, are not it.
Yeah. Englert sued him, and he also sued him for slander for calling him a, quote, I love these, a forensic whore, quote, liar for hire, quote, a very smooth charlatan, and quote,
I'm waiting for fucking clown shoes, but
the bin Laden of bloodstains.
well, I can see why there was a lawsuit.
But it was overturned in 2004.
The names are a bit much. The
Well,
bin
the judge is
Laden
like-
of bloodstains.
But the judge is like, he created this profession, dude. Yeah. Like, I can't sue him for that. He was, again, David went through the trial again. He was sentenced to life in prison with possibility of parole in March 26, 2006.
Okay.
So getting there. But his sentence was reversed in June 2009. So it's like they went back to the 195 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so they gave him a break, then they took it back. It was like a mess.
What was the reasoning?
It didn't say. I don't know if they found evidence or if they were... I don't know what happened. I feel like they couldn't do that.
They're like, if we
They're
already...
like, we give you... Okay, you get out in 4 years. Nah, 192.
Never mind, back to the 190.
They can't do that. But 5 years after David was arrested, forensic science identified the real killer as Charles Boney.
It was Charles.
Yep.
Holy shit.
And that's Charles. So they were right from the start.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Despite the evidence, David Camm was still being held in prison, waiting his third retrial.
What the hell?
So even though this guy was proven to be it, they were waiting for David's retrial.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right?
If he already was proven to be the killer, how can you even keep that other person in
I
jail?
wouldn't think you could.
Be like, it's over, it's done.
Yeah. I guess because he wasn't convicted. Or I don't know how it works.
Oh.
I mean, regardless, I was like, what the crap?
Don't
But
make no sense.
other key pieces of evidence was missed due to, quote, tunnel vision. So like I said, they eyed David and they ignored everything else. There was even a sweatshirt found at the scene that had been purchased from the Indiana Department of Corrections that had the moniker, quote, backbone written in black ink on the inside collar.
Okay.
That was at the scene.
So his sweater was there.
Yeah, and they just glanced right over it because they're
Wow.
like, David did it. Male DNA was retrieved from that sweatshirt.
And it was his DNA, wasn't it?
It was swabbed and entered into CODIS. And in February 2005, when his DNA was put into CODIS, it got a hit.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yep. After digging some, it was discovered that his prison nickname was
Backbone.
Mm-hmm. Palm print found was matched to him.
Oh, they finally tested that thing.
Yep. Kim's DNA was found on the sweatshirt sleeve with Charles' DNA. I guess I assumed it was her, like, slobber, because he wrapped his arm around her.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was her DNA. The Indiana State Police questioned Charles. They suggested that he might have played basketball with David and targeted his family because he was a cop. They're like, maybe he did something to you, you have a grudge, whatever. Charles denied ever meeting David before. Charles said he gave his clothes to the Salvation Army after he got out of prison. Yep.
Wow.
He later claimed that was a lie. He's like, never mind, that ain't going to work. He kept changing his story. He was given two options. He could testify for prosecution and help reconvict David, or he could be a defendant facing the death penalty.
Oh, shit.
So, like, you either help us can him, or you're going down for it.
What?
Yeah, that's basically what they told him.
So help us get the innocent guy still?
That's what he said.
What the hell?
He then changed his story, saying that he met David playing basketball, and David asked him if he could buy a gun. He claimed to give David the gun wrapped in his sweatshirt.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so he's saying, that's how my DNA's on that sweatshirt.
Yeah, how'd your palm print get on the...
Exactly, that's what they brought up, and the palm print is...
Es mágico.
Regardless, they found him guilty and David not guilty.
Okay.
On October 24th of 2013, after spending 13 years in prison.
Jesus.
Because they overlooked a sweatshirt. David was given a $3 million judgment for his false imprisonment.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. But the other person
There
got a
he is
certificate.
recently. Yeah, and the other lady got a piece of paper. He was the first exoneration by Investigating Innocence, that group in Illinois.
Wow.
So, yeah. There you go. See, you hate him at the beginning. You're like, you cheating dog. And now you're like, he's in jail 13
I thought there was something
years.
else about to happen, too, because you said that... You mentioned the daughter was having...
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think they went any further with that.
Yeah. All right. So you said the daughter was having...
Pelvic pain.
But
She's sexually
right
assaulted.
before that, you said that he was with this
Yeah.
exotic dancer and said it's like being with my daughter.
Uh-huh.
So I immediately went to...
Ding.
He's sexually assaulting his daughter, and he was comparing it.
Yep. But he's never been charged with it.
Wow.
I don't know why not.
Was it found? I mean...
Was what found?
They never found that was happening, though, right?
No, they never. They knew she was sexually assaulted
Well, they didn't
the day before she died.
Yeah.
Which obviously wouldn't have been Charles.
Exactly.
But I don't know where they went above that. Because obviously the mom's dead. The girl's dead. He's the only one alive. I don't think he's going to really push the matter if he's the reason.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it went past that point. But they definitely should have looked into it with that one creepy-ass comment.
That comment alone makes you go, whoa, wait a minute.
When he said it, I'm like... Phew. And then when I realized his daughter was sexually assaulted after, I'm like, whoop.
That's where I thought it was going.
Yeah. I was like, oh, no. But then... That's the case of David Camm.
Well, I think some additional checking on that part needs to happen. But
yeah,
he definitely, if he didn't do it, he didn't do it, you know. But they definitely need to be checking on that other part of it. Because that seems a little
sus. Yeah, it does.
All right. Is that it?
That's it. That's all for him.
All right. Well, if you want to keep checking us out, like and subscribe so you get notified. You can go to loveandluminol.com, our website, which will give you links to all of our audio and video podcast options. We're doing news on the website as well, and whenever we have new episodes come out, we put the information out there. So there's a whole episode section moving forward. Obviously, I'm not going to go back and put every episode we ever did back on there, but moving forward,
from this
all the
point
new
on.
ones will show in there. So you'll be able to see all that, see all the details, and click watch or listen, whichever way you want to go, and it'll take you to all the places you can do that. There's also a contact form, so if you want to hit us up, and feel free to do so. We'll probably message you back. You can subscribe to email updates as well on there. And all of our links to our social media are there. We're at Love and Luminol everywhere except for X. We do not have X.
No. Well, you had an old one.
I have an old personal one that I don't... It's not even a personal one. It was like a joke one I did a long time ago, and I still have access to it, but it's back when it was Twitter.
Back when it was Twitter.
It was merely to just have it to look through, and I don't even use it.
You did check some wrestling updates. That's about it.
We were looking to see what happened after SmackDown went off the air because The Rock got slapped. So we were curious if there was anything that happened after it went off the air. So I logged in the other day on that. But other than that, I don't even use it. So, but everywhere else, at Love and Luminol, hit us up.
That's good.
And as you heard on the previous episode, we're still reading the book 13. We haven't finished it yet, but so far so good. We'll let you know on our book talk what we think when it's done.
Also, previous episode, no bars, so I'm hoping to get back on the
no more Robo Cynthia.
New setup, getting it finished and set up so we can bring on some love in the Illuminati.
Yeah, so, yeah. Basically, I don't even think we've told everybody about what we're doing, because we're actually building a whole podcast studio. It won't be in our living room anymore. But we had a little bit of a break with that because she hurt her arm. So once that gets good mobility again, we'll be heading back out there and working on that again. And once we get everything finished, it'll be a more professional look, and we'll get onto the Love Luminati episodes too. So that'll be our little spin-off.
If you liked his one episode he did, you're going to get a lot more of him. They're like, oh, God.
No, not him. It'll be a little different because I'll be more prepared.
And he'll be passionate.
Yeah. Well, I was passionate about the one I did. It was just wasn't really prepared for it because, I don't know, it was kind of a last-minute thing that we decided we were going to go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
But for the Love and Luminati episodes, I think it'll be better prepared, and I got some ideas on how to make it interesting. So I haven't even told you these ideas yet.
Oh, snap.
So this is going to be fun. But, keep watching. We'll be back with all that cool stuff. Anything else?
Nope, sounds good.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
See you guys.
Bye.